All right. I believe that we are feeding out to the people of the Utreons. Uh, Welcome to the show, everyone. You're watching us live here on Utreon. You know, that's so we can hold. Well, not this. You guys saw this yesterday. Look at that. Still working from yesterday. But we can get into that later. We could hold guns on the Utreon. So if you're watching this later on YouTube and you're wondering why you can't see it live on YouTube, because they won't let us hold guns while we're live. Utreon does. That's why we're over here. If you want to find out about that and all the other cool ways that you can support us, you can find out what we're up to, what platforms we're on, go to hankstrange.com. That is the place to go. All right, that being said, let me load my guests up in here for everyone. I'll load up Rod Mills. There he goes. Rodimus Maximus is back. Also, the Hoffmeister has returned. There he goes.
Oh, and I get it. Load him up first.
Yeah. Well, so we wanted to do. Do you want a proper Oreo over here or not? You don't want like a Oreo that the factory mismatched it and put the cream on the
outside.
Yeah, the cream is on the outside. So this is the best way to do it. All right, listen. Let's kick it off here. Let's get it going.
Welcome back to the Hank Strange Situation, Lifestyles of the Locked and Loaded.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Franklin Armory. Franklin Armory provides 100% US-made firearms and awesome binary option triggers. Their focus and purpose is to provide freedom tools to all Americans, especially those in not-so-free states. So when you're in the market, please consider Franklin Armory. All right, let's do this. Like I said, there he goes. We've got Rod Mills in the house. We've got Richard Hoffman in the house. I'm here. Let's do the jazz hands. Come on, let's get those jazz hands up. There you go. I hope you guys have your big girl panties on. This is episode 896 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. And the title is Rod Mills, Self-Defense Trainer. Of course, Rod Mills is the owner of Scorched Earth Firearms Training. Rod, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, Hank? Thanks for having me on tonight.
All right, awesome. Glad that you're on. That's a very frilly background that you have there. I'm confused as to what I think about it right now. I'm gonna come up with something, but I don't want to get in trouble. All right. Also,
kind of matches his beard.
I'm telling you, he's kind of like blended in. He's like an old
camouflage.
Rod's like an old soothsayer or something like that. Yeah, it's like when you go. What is the name of those ladies that like tell you your future? With the crystal ball and all that kind of stuff. What do they call that? Is it a fortune teller, maybe? Fortune teller?
Fortune teller.
Yeah, there you go. We also have returning here to us, thankfully. Obviously, it's been a rough time for our friend Richard Hoffman. Lots of people are very concerned about you, Rich, and lots of people out there happy to see you. Welcome back to the show, my friend. How's everything?
Thank you. Good to be back. We've gotten two kitties. So, they're not kitties. They're a year and a half old or something.
Mm-hmm.
So that's put a smile on my face, especially when they try to kill each other and they get us in the mix too.
Right. Okay. Yeah. It's good to see you. Good to see you back here, man. Lots of people saying that 77 Diesel Tech Guy says, I see some familiar peeps from over on the Lube Tube and locals here. So shout out to 77 Diesel Tech Guy. I'm not sure if I know who that is. But Asper Warrior says, Big Dick Rod Mills in the house. And he says, also good to see the Hoff. So there you go.
Well, it's good to be here.
Yeah. Hopefully, we'll try to keep it light and fun here. If people have questions for either one of these guys, You know,
Shut your mouth.
yeah, we don't. You okay? You heard it from the man. There you go. Cruise Man said Rod's girlfriend made him put that up. That's some Cruise Man. That's some Cruise Man. I got no comment on that one. DCG44 says Gypsy fortune teller. There you go. So what's up with you guys, man? What's going on?
Staying busy, man, for me.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, trying to get as many people out there trained and get them their concealed weapons license. And I'm actually growing before my very own eyes. And
Okay, well, I mean, we don't all need to see it. If just like
Yeah, I don't want to see us growing.
breathe deeply and think of Phyllis Diller or something.
Maybe he's into Phyllis Diller.
Yeah, unless you're into that. Yeah, that's true.
Think of Hank. Well, unless you're into that.
Oh God. Oh yeah. Oh God. No.
Oh, man.
Go ahead, Rod. Sorry, man. It's gonna be one of those nights.
I see.
Yeah.
I said pretty soon I'll be as big as Kevin Dixie.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, that's good, man. I'm glad of that. A couple of things in your vein that I've been thinking about. Oh man, that didn't sound actually good now that I said it. Couple of things here. Couple of things here. One, so are you on Twitter or the Black Twitter, or is the Black Twitter Twitter? This is what I want to know. Let's start it right here from the beginning with all the news of Twitter, Elon Musk buying Twitter. What's your Twitter status?
When you say, well, I'm really not on Twitter as much.
Okay.
I've actually, man, baby steps, man. I just got an Instagram account last year, so I'm just, I finally found out how to post more than one picture at one time on
Instagram.
So,
oh Lord.
Yeah. Hey.
I mean, Richard Hoffman is a media entrepreneur and meister compared to you. I don't know how you're letting that happen.
And I have no freaking clue as to what I'm doing. I'm always shocked when it works.
Yeah. But
exactly.
So you're not even, Rod, you're not even on Twitter. You're not on Twitter. You don't have a Twitter account.
I mean, I do have a Twitter page.
Okay.
I'm just not on there enough. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, Twitter really doesn't excite me. Now, Instagram is okay because you can kind of see other two-way guys, firearms manufacturers, stuff like that. And then also, the good thing that Instagram does is they will suggest you to follow like-minded people, I guess, or pages. And so, that kind of helps me to get, out there, in the Instagram universe, so that helps you a lot there.
Okay.
But yeah, I found out that, a lot of people follow me on Instagram, and, when you post a picture or something on there, it always feels good to get a lot of people liking you, so, and in case if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, that's scorched_earth_firearms.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up. So you're under Scorched. I think I followed it before, but
I think
You're trying to pull what?
I'm trying to pull it up. I'm trying to pull it up, man.
Not while I'm in the middle.
Not pull it out.
Boy.
I said pull it up.
Not a good.
Yeah, I got
a good place to be.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Let me see here. Okay, all right. Let's see. Yeah, my internet is always. I had Facebook prepared because you're usually on Facebook. You've been on Facebook for a long time, so
right.
I was not ready for the You know, but I thought you'd be on Twitter, man. I thought you'd be. You're part of Black Twitter, or are you not allowed to talk? Like, people on Black Twitter can't talk about Black Twitter.
What's Black Twitter?
No, I'm not allowed
I
to talk
never-
about it.
Oh, I'm pretty sure, Rod Mills, you have told me about Black Twitter.
Black Twitter? No, I never heard of that.
Oh, I see. I see what's happening. I see
What
what's happening.
happened?
Now you're gonna
I
pretend.
mean-
Now you're gonna pretend you don't know anything about it. Okay, so here is Scorched Earth Firearms Trading
So is
LLC.
Black Twitter different from the regular Twitter?
Yeah, hold on a second. Yeah, the minute that I put, see, this is why I don't actually
Yep.
put the my Wi-Fi on here, because as soon as I do it, it interrupts everything. Okay, so let's get that back up here. Okay, I think folks out there have heard of Black Twitter. I guess it's not Rod Mills that told me about Black Twitter. I thought it was you that that told me about it. That you were on
No.
it. I'm not on it, so I don't know. I don't know. Is there?
What is it?
It's, you never heard of it? Now I got. Okay. Richard
I've never-
Hoffman, help me out
honestly,
here.
I've
I'm
never
sure
heard of
you've heard of Black Twitter.
I heard about it today
Oh,
and
okay.
yesterday, but I don't know what the hell it is.
You
I didn't know if I was allowed to know about it. You know,
right? Yeah, Rod Mills is
We're
just.
three people that are talking about something that we don't know about.
Yeah, Rod Mills is fronting really hard right now, pretending he doesn't know about Black Twitter.
No, I mean honestly, I've never. Today is the first day I've ever heard of Black Twitter.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay. All right. I don't believe
yeah.
this.
I mean, what is it?
I mean, I believe Amber Heard over what you're saying right now. I will believe what
Huh?
Amber Heard says. I don't know if you have you. Do you know?
Oh yeah, the Johnny Depp thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I'm trying to pull it up. Oh, here we go. So look at this here. So here's me Googling it. You guys have better internet than me. Okay, so you can
Yeah.
Google it. Black Twitter is a thing. I don't know. See right here. Here's a question. Fortune magazine. Elon buys Twitter. What's next for Black Twitter? I think Black Twitter is something within regular Twitter, but I guess if you're in the Black Twitter, you're not allowed to talk to it. This is
I don't
talk
have.
about it.
I don't. I mean, honestly, I don't even have a lot of people even following me on Twitter. So
Yeah, Richard Hoffman. This is one of Rod Mills' things that he's like, okay, later on I'm gonna hear from him like, you will be getting a visit from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad
from
Because-
the Black Twitter crew.
because you mentioned, it's like if I mentioned one time, what was it? Oh, you know what? I was talking about how black dudes have like hair implants that you could do, like a, you know what I'm talking about there, Rod.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, whenever I talk about that stuff, I get like, okay, you're not supposed to be giving up all our secrets.
Shut
man.
up!
So I'm not on the Black Twitter. I don't even know how to find it within Twitter. It's one of
I'm
those
one
realms.
of those guys that say just go bald.
Yeah, I'm with
Shave
that.
it off.
Okay, I'm with that. But it exists. If anyone out there knows about it, let us know. We will continue the investigation of this. Let me see if the people, if anyone out there has anything. Shelley Fungus says, Rod Mills, great to see you, man. And Richard, hope you're doing well. So there you go. That's from
Yeah, thank
Shelley
you, thank
Fungus.
Thank you.
And Asper Warrior
Hey, Hank.
says, Twitterer. What's up? What's up?
I think it was you that was talking to me about Black Twitter,
Oh, okay.
because I'm the token white guy on Black Twitter.
Oh, really? Oh, you have the secret. You have the secret of how to get into there.
So hey, you got him mixed up with me?
No, he's just making that up.
He mixed you up with a white guy.
Yeah. If Richard Hoffman is in the angry old white man Twitter, that's what Twitter he's in. He's not in the Black Twitter.
Oh,
I'm in there just to stir up trouble.
Right. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's possible that Richard Hoffman has like has an account. You know how there's people that have fake accounts? I know there's a bunch of people out there like who have fake accounts and pretending to be black people. I've seen it, you know. So I know that's out there. There's definitely a bunch of bots. There's also there's there's a bunch of bots of these hot cute chicks that want to meet us for whatever reason, that want to say hi to us on social media. It's weird. It's weird how that happens because in real life, no one wants to say hi to me. But on social media, everybody, all these hot chicks, especially like hot Asian chicks, always trying to say hi to me on social media.
Hank, you'd be surprised when I put on my 70s fro wig, I blend right in.
Oh, okay. Don't get yourself in trouble. Do not get yourself in trouble. That's like, I don't know if you heard about this, Rob Mills, but there was like a black guy who, there was like a 70s party, I guess. They were fundraising money. I don't know if you heard about this, but and he was, I think it was a black guy, but he had on a afro and all that and was dressed up like the 70s. And then these activist chicks, these like super liberal white activist chicks got mad and said that this guy was in blackface, but he was a black dude. Did you hear about that?
No, actually, I don't even understand what you're saying.
Okay.
How can a black guy be in blackface?
They just said they didn't like how he looked. He wasn't black enough. He looked. You didn't hear about this?
No.
Yeah, this was.
You're not black enough to be black.
Yeah, we talked about this last week. Let me see.
Man, it's a good thing we're not on YouTube.
Yeah.
They just shut us down already.
Right. I'm gonna see if I could pull it up. But yeah, it was in the news. It was in the news.
And they got mad because he wasn't black enough.
To them, they were
How
a bunch
black
of like.
was he? Was
There's
he
a
half
joke
black?
in there
I mean,
somewhere.
There's lots of levels and flavors to blackness. I mean, come on, let's be honest.
I mean,
Just like whiteness, I'm sure that Richard Hoffman is our token white dude tonight.
Look, we
is
have
there-
white chocolate.
Is there different levels to being a white dude? I think there is, right? There's different levels.
I don't know.
No? Okay, people out there, let us know if there's different levels. I think there's different
Well,
levels.
I guess there is, because if you're Irish,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're pasty white.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've
That's
seen,
pretty much almost Alabama white.
yeah, I've seen some
You look at
Latinos.
some of those people like Irish, it's like, Jesus Christ. Man, you're white.
Yeah, I've seen quite a few people out there, and yes, there is albinos as well.
Mm-hmm.
Are there white albinos or?
Yeah, that's
I
what I
guess
was going to say.
Yeah.
I've never seen a white albino guy.
They're
No?
pink.
They're pink?
Their skin color is pink.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then their eyes are pinkish red. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh. Do they get, I mean, do they get a lot of flack on racism? I mean, because they're,
Are they accused of putting on whiteface or?
yeah.
No, they just get called a pinko a lot of times.
Oh, that's okay. That's terrible. No, that's terrible. Don't do that to people. But here's that story. Here's that story for you. Woke Arizona diversity activist falsely accused black DJ of wearing blackface. And I'm gonna go down. We talked about this before, but this is the picture right here, Rod Mills. Let me see if I can make this picture bigger for you. So here's the brother right here, which looks like a black dude to me.
That is like
Yeah,
his
it looks
skin.
black to me.
Yeah, but they accused him, and then when he said no, I'm black, they're like, oh please, we're not sure how black you are. Seriously,
I don't know if they're
is
trying to do the 70s.
Yeah.
That fro's not big enough.
Right. So it happens.
Okay.
It happens.
That's a no-win situation there.
Yeah.
Yeah. How can you be accused of being not black enough? I mean, that's...
Mm-hmm. It
man,
happens.
He's got to carry his birth certificate around or
Yeah.
something?
Here's a picture of the dude. Here's a picture of him without the thing on. It's kind of
He looks the
ridiculous.
same complexion.
Yeah. I mean, I would have never even thought of what they thought of. That's just some people trolling the internet, and they're just trying to accuse people of stuff. Yeah, they're just
It's
trying
that gold jacket. It makes him look white.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy. I mean, you know, why are people even like worrying about that? Why are there people actually trolling the internet trying to figure that out? You know what I'm saying?
Because society lets them do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
think about look at where we've become now, you know, as a society as a whole. And you know, you got white people marching for Black Lives Matter, but you got more white people marching than black people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you know,
I think that's some people there like white guilt is a real thing. You know.
I mean, I'm not guilty. I don't feel guilty for something somebody else black did. I mean, I feel
no. I'm talking about white people. There's white people who feel guilty, I guess, for being white. You know,
I'm sorry, I do.
I guess
I've heard of that.
Yeah. They feel bad about being white and all the injustices that have been done. Which, look, there's bad things that have been done by human beings to human beings for a long time, and that's happened, in my opinion, to every single race. I don't think there's any race immune of that. You know, we've seen that all through history, and we're seeing that even now. You know, look at what's happening in the Ukraine with Russia, man. Those are literally cousins killing each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you got some people that their father is Russian, mother is Ukrainian. They don't know what the hell to do.
No, no, it's a crazy situation.
And they got dual citizenship, you know.
Yeah, yeah. It's
but again with that war, it's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that we either don't know or has not came out yet. You know. I truly believe that the end result on this is money, oil, money.
Yeah, we're going to take a quick break here. We're coming. Walther Arms has been making concealed carry handguns for over 90 years, starting with the PPK. Today, Walther is based in the good old US of A and still builds quality firearms like the PPQ and PDP for personal defense and competition. So when you're in the market, please consider Walther Arms. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Walther Arms. All right, so yeah, you know what? Yeah, right down to the line there. If you hear this, that's my little warning.
That was.
That's my little warning sign.
I thought maybe Walter, you know, put some pixie dust on it.
Oh no.
I thought I farted or something. You know.
Asper Warrior says I'm pretty dang white, but pretty damn freckled in Arizona. Yeah, Asper Warrior is he's like he's very fair-skinned and redheaded.
Like carrot head. Carrot top.
No, he's more like, did you ever see, what is the name of, there was this Viking movie, is it Brave? Brave. You ever saw that 3D movie, Brave?
I saw Braveheart.
No, there's a 3D movie called Brave. That's pretty much what Asper Warrior looks like, if you want to. You never saw that? Okay, now I got it. Man, this is a lot of, you know, this is a lot of looking up I have to do. He's a big Viking-looking, redheaded dude, basically.
I thought Vikings were blonde.
You know, there were a few redheaded ones.
Not all of us.
Usually the troublemakers. You guys never saw this movie, Brave?
Yeah.
I thought it was I thought you were talking about a real. Well, you said a dude with red hair.
Oh, yeah. Well, hold on a second.
Yeah.
So
you're saying he looks like a chick?
No. Hold on a second. Let me see. I gotta find that specific character.
I've never seen that movie, but I've seen the character before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hold on. I gotta find. Here we go. He looks something like the father in this movie. The father. Except he doesn't have like a peg leg, like I
Right,
guess the
right.
father had
Okay,
a
yeah,
peg leg.
I've seen this movie. Yeah, I've
Okay,
seen
yeah,
it.
this has gotten way out of hand. It's gotten way out of hand.
Yeah. I
Now
think
we're
we,
looking
we,
at
we,
Disney
we went over
movies.
to Disney
Yeah.
on this one.
Yeah, Shelley Fungus said last time I saw a 3D movie were at Disney World, pretty dang cool. I love 3D movies, even though my kids are grown. They don't look at these like kids 3D movies anymore, but I do. I love those things. I wanted to make
Yeah.
those. You know, I think those things are fun and funny. I like. There's most of them. I'm a fan of 42 Chilled. Just to continue our racial discussions here, we in this Oreo with Richard Hoffman, we will solve all racial issues. The world will kumbaya after this.
Hey,
What?
guns are the thing that bring all races together.
That
Yep.
and all kinds of people
Yep.
too. Yeah.
Hey, go to your nearest gun range. You'll see.
Yeah.
You know, it.
Yeah.
I don't care what political representation you are, what race you are, what gender or transgender, or whatever. Guns
Yeah.
bring everybody together.
Yeah. This is true. This is true. I think
You know,
there's people who say that we should get rid of guns or ban the Second Amendment. I think that guns are like the backbone of a civilization.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, you know,
Look at-
for lots of
you
different
can-
reasons. Huh?
Look what happened with Ukraine when shit hit the fan with them. Guess what? They're passing out AK-47s like candy. You know,
Right.
you know. So I'm like, hey,
Little old ladies picking up the AKs. I want to shoot me a Russian.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It was funny because it was, and I can't remember the last time Rod was on, but it was. Did you see that? I mean, they didn't really get any kind of training. They should have kept this.
No.
This is where Civis Pacem Parabellum comes from. If you seek peace, you must first prepare for war. And a lot of these people were not well trained, and they were training them with cardboard cutouts of guns.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but it brings home the fact, you are very right, you know, that we need not just anti-aircraft or anti-tank missiles or whatever, but you need those guns to fight in the streets, man. You know, it
But
keeps
you know
the
what?
civilization.
Also, to add on to that, they did a poll, and the poll consisted of, would you stay and fight if America was invaded? So guess who said no? We wouldn't stay and fight. All the folks over to the left.
All the folks that left. Wait, say
On the
this again.
left.
No,
Oh, the people
no,
on the
there's-
left. So here in America, everyone on the left
Yeah.
said they would not fight if America was
Exactly.
invaded.
Exactly. And most of the folks that said, yeah, I would stay and fight were, conservatives. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that lets you know, okay, if shit ever hits the fan here in America, we all we got, really, on this end. So we can't depend on, I'm not going to say all Democrats, because all Democrats are not anti-gun.
That's what I was saying. Like, do you think that if the shit really hit the fan in America, I'm sure that there are going to be some very liberal people, but I would like to hear this from like both of you guys. Do you really think that on the left side that all of those liberals are going to be like, no, we surrender?
They're going to be the first ones.
You don't think some of them would actually say, fuck it, I'll fight because I don't.
Oh yeah, I mean
It's gonna be the
very
far
low percentage would, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And
gonna be
those are the
far
ones that are.
left.
Sorry, go ahead, Rich.
It's going to be the far left that were really the ones who no, we're not going to do it. The middle left, they're going to kind of, well, maybe we should, maybe we shouldn't, and then I think they'll eventually pick up a gun.
Yeah.
Well, because in the last couple of years, especially with all the riots that were happening around the country and then COVID, etc., the boom of all these people buying guns, that's a lot of people on the left.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe like people, maybe some people, a lot of people in the middle too. I would say as well, right?
Hank, I'll tell you this. because I was a product of all those millions of people, I had a hand in that.
Mm-hmm.
You can best believe that every person
Mm-hmm.
that sat in front of me that I taught, I actually let them know, okay, hey, look, you're coming into a situation where Democrats really don't want you to have this. I let them, and what I like to do is this. I like to kind of put it like this. Okay, you voted for Biden. Okay, no problem. All right. But keep in mind, Biden wants to take the guns that he has protecting him away from you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I
Yeah,
let him know. I
and
said,
he's
well,
not going to give his up.
exactly.
No.
He ain't giving his up. So I look at it. So the first thing I ask a person, I say, hey, look, do you think your life is just as valuable as Joe Biden's? And 99.9% said, yeah. I said,
Yeah.
well, Joe Biden wants to take the guns away from you or restrict your access to guns to be able to protect yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But yet and still, if you stripped his Secret Service detail down, them same guns that
He's not
he
even
wants
coming
to
to
take
work.
away from you,
Uh-huh.
they got underneath their clothes.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, hey, and then also, I put common sense, and then that's when you can tell the light bulb comes on. I
Mm-hmm.
said, what criminal that you know? Because we all got friends and maybe even
Yeah.
family that
Mm-hmm.
are not on the right side of the law.
Sure.
So,
Mm-hmm.
given that,
Some of
why
us more than others.
Yeah.
right? Do you think that they
Shut
really
up, Hank.
care what Joe Biden or any politician says?
That's
No, they
the
don't care.
whole definition of being a criminal.
Right,
Is you are a
exactly.
professional breaker of all laws.
Of
Yeah.
all laws. So,
Yeah.
so who's really being affected by these gun laws? You and I.
The people who believe in society and who believe in
Exactly.
following the laws. But
Yeah.
here, Richard Hoffman, I know you probably have something to say here, but let me just get this out because I think we're burying the lead here. A lot of people out there right now, a lot of our friends out there watching this in the chat are probably saying right now, like, hold on, wait a second. Rod Mills, is Rod Mills a conservative? Where's Rod Mills at? Because Rod, I've known you for a long time. You've been coming on the show and all that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
Is this? I don't know. This is the way for me. I'm going to try to ask this question so that you can answer it because I know you're a very deliberate person and you've been very deliberate about certain things. But I've noticed lately, you're also being deliberate about things that you say. So it sounds like you're a conservative. Is that now? Have you always been? Has there been like an
No,
evolution
I,
over the?
I can tell you, I haven't always been
Mm-hmm.
conservative, but the reason why is because when you're brought up in a liberal household, you tend to follow those lines.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now,
Mm-hmm.
keep in mind, the state of America where it is today is totally different from where it was
When we
30,
grew up.
30 or 40 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I tell my black friends, look, we're in another different era right now. Think about this. I said you can hate Trump all you want to, but in the bottom line, you have to make a business decision with your household. I can guarantee you, and everybody agreed with me. I said I can guarantee you, you were making more money back when Trump was president than you are now. Correct? Yes. Everybody says yes. I
Mm-hmm.
said
Mm-hmm.
so. You gotta so really you gotta look at yourself. You're gonna either make a business decision or a social decision. Okay. I will put it like this, and I say, hey, you know what? I personally don't think Trump is racist. Okay. I don't. All right. Now, I do think that Trump has a lot of racist followers. Okay. Trump is a businessman.
I think I
Okay.
could agree with that, but I don't think people
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
control who all their followers are.
No, you
Right.
can't.
Which is true. Which is
Mm-hmm.
true. So you can't control who follows you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're a politician.
Mm-hmm.
But what I tell is this: Trump is a businessman. Now, once I became a businessman, I started looking at things a hell of a lot different because of the fact. And then we all three of us are businessmen.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I was gonna say. I think Trump is a lot in the vein. He's not that different from you in terms of. I mean, this is a guy who was a Democrat. He was born and raised as a
Yeah,
Democrat.
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
think about it like this. Trump was a Democrat back in the day. Okay. I don't really see Trump as a true Republican. Okay. But he had
Yeah, I
to
would
run
agree.
under a major party.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I don't think that
And
Republicans really supported him. I think you
right.
know the core of who Republicans are didn't support him. There are Republicans who did and do still support him. But
Right.
I think the same place that you're coming from is where a lot of people, and so let's say we're talking about like the Second Amendment community, those of us who believe in guns, and are somewhere from the middle, like being libertarians going over to being conservative, because I think I'm conservative when it comes to certain things, and certain other
Right.
things I'm liberal. Like I don't care who people
Right.
want to be with, man. If you're
Right.
living in
Right.
this world and someone keeps you company, this world's tough and lonely. So I'm not gonna hate on you for that. So I think
Right.
a lot of people looked at Trump and said, okay, this is like, in a long time there hasn't been someone who was really like a real person like me, like out there trying to build a business. Obviously, we're talking about a billionaire versus people
He
who
couldn't be bought.
no,
The thing is, he couldn't be bought like other politicians can.
that's true.
He was already rich. So the only thing that can change him from where he was is they gave him more power when he was when he was a president. He couldn't be bought. Most politicians at some point get their hands dirty. Okay. And believe it or not, even Obama. Okay, and that's the first thing I
I
tell.
definitely believe it.
Yeah,
But Obama was a professional politician.
Yeah.
right. But
So his hands were deep in the dirt.
he put a bow on top of it. He made you feel good. Okay, but yes, Obama got his hands dirty too.
Yeah.
We were talking, man. We were in the so Hank, you know how it is in black barbershops. We were talking, and one guy was in there saying, "Man, Trump is the reason that Gaddafi got killed." And I'm like, "What?"
What?
I'm like, "Do
Hold
you
on.
know who really killed Gaddafi?" Well, who killed him? I said that was Obama.
And
Yeah.
and Bush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Bush started it. Obama finished it.
Right.
Okay.
I would agree with that. Yes.
but
I mean,
the- but the
Trump
thing
had
was-
nothing to do with that.
But the thing was, they were looking at, okay, well, Muammar Gaddafi. Now, I can't really say he was a black man or what. He didn't look black to me. He may have been black. I mean, who knows? But he was
Levels. There's levels to this shit.
his levels, yeah. But we know what happened. The real thing, what happened behind that. He was trying to turn, he was going to bankrupt the United States by making the gold market a standard. Okay, that's that. We all know this. That's history now. We already know this now. And so so at some point they say, well, hey, United States doesn't really manufacture that much gold. The most gold we got is sitting up in Fort Knox. Okay, I mean, Gaddafi is in Africa. Hell, they're mining gold there like his Coca-Cola. Okay, so they can afford to do that where we couldn't, and it would have bankrupted us. And guess what? Next thing you know, we're gonna train all the guerrillas or all the the factions over in that country in Syria, and we're gonna train you guys to kill Gaddafi, and then you guys can overthrow him and do whatever
And
the hell
Libya.
you want to do.
Yeah,
Right,
you know what?
exactly.
I think
Libya.
yeah, I think that lots of countries around the world that are in the superpower category, not just America, but lots of countries that are sitting on the councils or whatever, controlling what happens, use thugs all over the world. This is really what happens. And Gaddafi was a thug that was put into his position by America.
Exactly. Saddam Hussein.
Same
Think
thing,
about
yeah.
it. If you look at it, there was a reason why you need a thug to control a certain population.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, before we invaded, first and foremost, why the hell did we invade Iraq in the first place? Okay, weapons of mass destruction. Did we find any? No.
No, and it
Okay,
didn't have anything to do with 9/11 and where it came from. And also,
right.
Brian Quick is saying this, which I think I agree with. So let me just get this in there. Brian Quick
Mhm.
says it was Hillary Clinton. Quote: "We came, he saw, he died. Ha ha ha."
Yeah,
Right? That was her
exactly.
famous
Yeah,
quote about that.
yeah.
And Gaddafi, man, was thriving under Bill Clinton as president.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
definitely. You
Yeah.
know,
Mm-hmm.
another to answer what you were saying earlier about I'm changing over. So I actually joined the Black Republicans in Northeast Florida in
Really?
Jacksonville.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long
Um,
ago? How long ago was that?
this was probably about 2 months ago.
Okay.
But I mean, I've been a Republican before then, but I decided to join this organization. I
Mm-hmm.
gave a concealed weapons class to the Black Republican. It's like I don't want to say a club, but it's more, like,
Coalition or something like
yeah,
that. Or,
exactly.
mhm.
They have that. We have
Nice.
our own building and everything.
Oh, it's
But
cool.
I will tell you this, make it real short, man. Jennifer Carroll
Mm-hmm.
came in and did a speech, and that speech, man, really opened up my eyes and ears to a lot of things. Because first and foremost, Jennifer, if you don't know Jennifer Carroll was the first and only Black female lieutenant governor of Florida. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now, if you know anything about Jennifer Carroll, her campaign headquarters was in the hood. In
Mm-hmm.
the hood now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The same hood that a lot of Democrats were in. Her constituents dogged her out, drug her name through the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Years later, Jennifer Carroll, okay, helped them get out of a situation. They came back to her in private and said, you know what, we want to apologize for what we did,
Mm-hmm.
to you. And
Mm-hmm.
she said, well, why did you do it? And she said, we only did it because you were a Black Republican. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't because you did anything to us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these
Mm-hmm.
same other female Democratic leaders came to her and said this.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, look, what has changed on north side of Jacksonville in the last 30, 40 years? Not a damn thing.
Yeah, but
What
who's been running it? Who's had all the power there?
the Democrats.
Yeah.
So she said, hey, come over to our side, see what we can do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? See what we can do. Right now, they're talking about the redistricting thing. I'm gonna make it real quick, and saying that not enough Black voters. No, not enough Black Democratic voters.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't saying anything about the Black.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like High Point Firearms and Full Forge Gear, bags and gear for everyday life. Did you know High Point is an American family-owned and operated company located in Ohio with over 30 years of manufacturing experience? High Point is proud to be the home of the working man's gun and your source for affordable handguns and carbines with a lifetime warranty. So when you're in the market, please consider High Point. Yeah, my bad on that. I totally missed that one. I was caught up
No,
in
no,
what
it's all
Rod
right.
Mills was saying. Go ahead, Rod. Pick up where you left off.
No, she was just saying that you why not come over to the Republican Party? Hey, we can put a black face in Republican Party in your area.
Mm-hmm.
If that's what it takes. Okay, let us see what we can do now. Okay, for
Mm-hmm.
you. We already know what the Democrats have not done over the last 30, 40 years. Crime is at an all-time high. Murders at an all-time high.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Keep in mind also, I mentioned on Facebook the other day that okay, they're trying to the politicians just okay yet another liquor store to go in the hood. That's the last thing the hood needs is another damn liquor store. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
strip clubs, liquor stores, all of that stuff that devalues the property values of
Mm-hmm.
the homeowners and the businesses in that area.
Mm-hmm.
We need to get more people in that area that's going to actually lift up the value of the properties and
Hmm.
the businesses in that area. We can't even get Publix, Starbucks, anything like that on the north side of Jacksonville because the crime is too high.
Hmm.
You know, and as a business person, I don't blame them from not coming. Why would you want to come, you know, and risk your employees or in your business, you know, with high crime?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
you know those type things, man. What they don't realize is that you know we as black people, man, we'll go to the liquor store. Okay, all right, well, damn, you know what? Stop putting liquor stores in there because we know that that's a crime magnet. You know, and but the until the residents want to seek change and do better for themselves, you're gonna get what's being handed to you.
Yeah.
You don't
Isn't that
need, you don't have to take it.
that's a big part of what it is to become conservative, and I think that there are lots of black people in America lately that are leaning more conservative
Oh
these
yeah.
days. But I want to let Richard jump in here. I'm sure you have something to say about this, Rich. Go for it.
Uh, I know when Rod was talking about the hood and put it in liquor stores and stuff. I know in Pine Hills here in Orlando,
Yeah.
it's known as Crime Hills.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the last couple of years, they've really been working hard at getting businesses and getting black people money to start businesses in those areas and to bring in more than liquor stores and strip clubs and stuff. And I
Mm-hmm.
think they're starting to be successful with it,
Hmm.
which is a good thing.
Yeah, listen, it the best way for me to put this is that other people can't save you, regardless of who you are, regardless of
Right.
Right.
what
Exactly.
racial background you have or whatever it is, your socioeconomic background. Other people can't save you. They can help you, but you can save yourself. Ultimately,
Yeah.
you could save yourself. So the thing of it is, if other people have good intentions and they try to help you, if you're not interested in actually picking that up and building it, you can't take that and make that into something, right? You're the one who has to get up every day and go, start your business, invest in that, leave your job, start that business, go there every day, take all the trials and tribulations and the expenses. Now, here's the funny thing, because I want to get to something that Lola said. Around America, there were lots of black people, if we're talking about that specifically, who started businesses. But what did we see when these riots happened? They,
They
you know,
destroyed them.
yeah, the
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter was tearing down the businesses of black people.
Yep.
And the black people, the owners were putting up signs. We're black owners.
Yeah,
Please don't destroy our
yeah,
stores.
yeah, you're
And the first
destroying.
thing
They
they
didn't
do
care.
is destroy
They
the
didn't care.
stores. Oh, you're
Yeah.
an Uncle Tom. You
Yes,
know.
this kind of stuff has been going on for a long time. Where if you're a black person and you're intelligent or hardworking or you're striving, you're staying, you're getting married and raising your kids and doing all these right things. People somehow think you're a sellout because you're supposed to be getting drunk and having babies, or it's a stupid
Yeah.
thing that we buy into, like mental slavery. Only
There you
yeah,
go.
Bob
There
Marley
you
said
go.
only you could save yourself from mental slavery. And
Right.
Lola says this, just like when Target and Walmart left after the riots. Who did that affect when those big companies left those areas? That
Yeah.
affected the black people
Mhm.
trying to work there at the Walmarts, at the Targets, and trying to better themselves. That
And
affected them, and everyone missed that.
those that didn't have a car and they had to walk to the store,
Yeah,
and well,
yeah,
now the store's 10 miles away.
yeah,
There
yeah,
you go. But
yeah.
you know the one thing that they always revert back to. Well, the Democrats helped me. I said no. The Democrats put you on the nipple and they made you
Yeah.
dependent upon them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
instead of see the one thing that we fail to realize is that our parents and grandparents had pride. Okay, the last thing they wanted to do was be on welfare, any type of government assistance. Where nowadays is common, like, hey, yeah, when are you gonna get that welfare check? You know,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it's unfortunate.
What
before
do you mean you're not on welfare? What's wrong with
right
you?
before I ask anybody for a dime, man, you better believe, man. If I ask to borrow any kind of money from anybody, I'm on my wits end at that point,
Yeah.
and so you
Why?
would know that.
We're living in an America, and I think in a lot of ways a world where pride is a bad thing. Now I get
Yeah.
it. There's some people who have gone to the extreme of that, and they're so
Mhm.
proud of who they are that they think anyone else who's different is a horrible thing. But we're living in
Mm.
a world where you should be proud of who you are.
Exactly.
You should
Yeah.
have that. You should be ashamed that your community has to take care of you. It doesn't mean
Right.
your community can't help you. Of course they can help you. But you
Yeah.
should be.
Everything happens. Life
Yeah,
happens.
that shame is what picks you up and makes you go, okay, I messed up. I'm
Yeah.
in this situation. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna get out there and I'm gonna fix this thing. Pride is a
Right.
really important thing, and it's all gotten like all twisted and all that kind of stuff for people being proud of who they are, right?
But hey, also you got to think about it like this.
Mm-hmm.
All of these people, man. I think when I did my taxes, um, I think I counted that I did maybe well over 500 individuals for their Florida concealed weapons license
Okay.
last year. I'm gonna say out of that 500, probably maybe 450 were Black or African American. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the one thing is, if you ask those people, you need a gun. Who you need a gun from? It ain't. I'm not. I can tell you where I live in a mixed neighborhood, but if you live in an all black neighborhood, you're not afraid of Richard from BWE coming in and mugging you. You're afraid of somebody that looks just like you from
More than
mugging
likely.
you
Yeah.
or
Uh-huh.
killing you. You
Mm-hmm.
know.
Mm.
So and the thing is that
Unless the news media makes you think that Richard is gonna leave all the important stuff he has going on and come
yeah,
specifically to try to find you just because you're a
right.
black
Well,
person.
you know,
I'm
it's
like,
not beyond the realm of possibility.
I'm
Yeah.
like, when I carry my gun, the last person I'm looking at is somebody that's white. Unfortunately, you know,
Yeah.
I'm looking at that guy on, that looks like a thug, that looked like a criminal,
Yeah. Well, let
and
me let me put
I'm
it to you this way. This came up during the Trayvon Martin thing, which is a touchy
mhm,
thing, which I get. It's touchy to people, right? I understand.
mhm,
But I always tell people, unfortunately, statistically, the people that I would have to defend myself from are highly likely to look just like my sons. You think
yes,
you think I don't you think
right,
I don't love my sons? I love them. Even if
yeah,
I'm driving down the street late at night and I see a kid, whether and typically I'll see in the hood, I'll see like a young black kid walking down the street. I feel bad. You can ask Lola. I'm like, why is this kid
mhm,
walking? Because I think, man, anything could happen to him out here, and
Mm.
it relates back to me, and I think about my kids being out there and walking down the street and things that can
right,
happen to them. But at the same time, it's highly likely that if I have to defend myself, I may have to do that against someone who looks just like my kids. I don't want
right,
anyone to do anything to them, and I don't want to do anything to them, and I don't want to hurt anyone out there. But if the
right,
world comes to me, I need to. If they come to me to take something from me that doesn't belong to them, and also in that process take my life, I've got to
mhm,
defend my life and make it back for my family so that I
Yeah.
can somehow further those people who are related to me. I can't save other people before I save myself.
right. You got
Mhm.
to save yourself and your family.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
again, I'm not worried about if I go in the hood if Richard from BWE is walking around in the hood. That's because that doesn't happen. Okay,
Yeah.
I am worried
Who
about.
knows? He might be looking for some. He might be looking for some weed or something like that. You never know.
I am worried about Pookie on the corner. That don't know me,
Yeah.
and he may look at me
Mhm.
and say, "Well, man, that dude there's got glasses on.
Mhm.
He don't
Mhm.
look the thug type. He don't look the role." But unfortunately, what
Mhm.
he don't know is that I grew up in the hood.
Mhm.
Okay, I
Mhm.
mean, I grew up in the hood.
Yeah, me too.
One thing about the hood
Mhm.
never leaves you. You may leave the hood, but the hood is always gonna stay. You still gonna have certain mentalities, certain things that you know what to do and know what not to do when you in the hood. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's unfortunate. It's real unfortunate, and it actually is hurtful. To be honest with you, to know that if I was to be murdered, it would be with somebody that probably has my DNA down along the line somewhere. Okay, government statistics show that. I mean, it's not just me talking about it. I mean, FBI, you're more now on somebody that's Caucasian or white. They may be more
They probably
apt
well,
to
they
get
probably
killed
have the
by
same
somebody
thing.
that looks like them, but
Yeah. Hmm.
but it's a higher number. But it's a higher number if they are killed by black people as well.
Hmm.
Okay, versus black people being killed by white people. Okay,
Hmm.
the statistics are out there.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what a lot of people don't want to realize is turn on the damn light. Let's shine that light on that elephant and do something about this.
Hmm.
Okay, because if we sit around here and hide behind racial stereotypes and stuff like that, and Black Lives Matter ain't give a damn to anybody who died.
Not
To
if they're
make
not
sure
if they're buying mansions in Hollywood
Yeah.
exactly.
with that money.
But the thing is, we trust too much in the media,
Yeah. It's
and what we
disappointing
do,
to me that those guys got more money than like Maj, for example.
right?
Yeah.
Exactly,
Or Kevin
exactly.
Dixie or the dudes who are out there, actively like I don't
Yeah.
consider myself I don't have a charity like those guys do, and
Mhm.
I don't do the works that they do. That's why I try to like help promote what they're doing, right? And help
Mhm.
them out with that. And how did Black Lives Matter get more help from from all these millionaires in Hollywood, but also all these billionaires in industry? How they get all this money and then they totally abused it and no one is saying anything about that.
Ain't nobody saying nothing, not a damn thing.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
am, I
Yeah.
am, because I know I got several Black Lives Matter members on my Facebook page,
Hmm.
and although I may not call them out directly, everybody on my page, if you're a friend of me on Facebook, you
Hmm.
know that
Oh yeah, we know.
I
We see
I
your stuff on Facebook.
I despise Black Lives Matter. Now I support what Black Lives Matter says as far as the words, okay?
Right.
But
Right.
Hmm.
I do not support the organization because of the fact that they're dirty, okay? They're I mean, if you were helping somebody, hey man, that's a whole different story there.
Hmm.
They ain't help no George Floyd's people came on and said Black Lives ain't gave us a dime.
Yeah.
Mm.
I
Ahmaud
want to see everyone make better of themselves, but of course, to go back to that pride thing, I want to see
Arbery.
people who look like me make better of themselves.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Why wouldn't I want that? Of course I want that.
Right.
I
Exactly.
but yes, I think that a lot of things have gotten hijacked in our society today, and this is really where
Mhm.
we're at. A lot of things have gotten hijacked, and it's a huge massive loss. If you look at like a lot of people are talking about what's happening with Johnny Depp, right?
Mhm.
It's like a weird kind of car crash thing. I guess we look at it because our lives are kind of crazy to us, and then we look at these these people in Hollywood and we go, "Oh, hold on a second." I thought,
They just yeah, they
I
just
was
as
telling
bad.
Lola before we started this show. I was like, you know what? I thought you were crazy, but you're pretty awesome.
Yeah, compared to what other folks are going through.
Huh? You have to
I
what?
got
Compared to what other folks are going
Oh,
through.
okay. All right. I'm not even sure what Rich just said, but yeah. So
He said he'd be back.
yeah, he's gonna be back here in a second. So yeah, I think that's why we look at these things because it makes us realize like, wow, when where our lives really aren't that bad. But when a huge part of that came out of this Me Too movement, and
Mhm.
now it's like tearing those people apart. Really, I don't care about Johnny Depp. You know, whether okay, he's a dude, you know, I'm a dude or
Yeah.
whatever, but he asked
He
for
got
this.
enough money.
He's one of these people who push forward all these ideas that are now coming back. And what people don't this is why everyone has to learn about weapons. It's a part of life. If you're going to be a human being, you have to learn about weapons. And what's the first rule of the sword, right? The sword cuts both ways.
Cuts both ways. Yep.
That's the first
It
rule
cuts
of
both
that.
ways.
So, you
Yep.
know, Brian Quick says your Rod's red pill journey sounds complete.
Actually, it was complete 2 years ago. Actually,
Yeah, I think Rod just didn't tell everyone what he was where he was at or whatever. And Rod likes pushing you people's buttons sometimes, just to get you going. If you look at his Facebook, you'll see what I'm talking about. He pushes, you know, not in a bad way, not in a bad way.
Hey, one thing
up?
I would say is this, Hank. Nothing that I post is a lie. Nothing. I never post a lie. Everything I'm gonna tell you if you stink. Okay, you know.
Yeah.
You can either do something about it or continue being steamed.
Right. Hold on a second. I'm trying to. Where is this? Armin and Axis. Hold on. This is like the chat is going. Armin and Axis demanding Gorn, which we're gonna get to. Take it easy. And he also said all booties matter.
Hey.
Some matter more, some matter less, but they all matter. Yeah. So, did we get Richard back yet? Oh, there he goes. Do you want to? What's up, Rich? What's you all right?
Oh, I just had to get my cancer meds.
Oh.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, definitely do that.
Master ducks called.
Oh, okay.
My alarm is ducks quacking.
Oh. Okay.
In the joke, you know, Master Duck spoke, and I need to go take my pill.
Right. Okay. We're glad for that.
Hey, Richard, I got to tell you one thing, man. When I look at your videos, man, you literally crack me up. Especially, you crack me up when things don't go as they should. Like, you may try to screw something in, and then you're like, you know, and I'm like,
and that's what I leave in.
Man, I'm like, man, I said Richard cracks me up, man.
Yeah. So let's see. I'm gonna get DCG44 says, what is this? It was not cheap, but last time Hank said, if you really want something, find a way, make it happen, because life is short. I took it to heart. There you go. I'm not sure. That's probably part of a bigger conversation. I believe in that. You know, life is too short for you to worry about, oh, these people are doing this to me because I'm black or this thing or because I'm white or, you know, whatever it is. Like, get what you need out there, make it happen if you're not hurting people or stealing. Go ahead, Rich.
You know, who you're going to lose and when you're going to lose them.
Yeah.
You know, so you got to make the best of everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's the thing of life. If it's better to know that you lived your life and you went after those things and shared it with the people around you than to, you know, get up every day and go work at a job and do something you really don't want to do and just let the years and all that slip away when you could have lived a different life, right? Just from making different choices. Where the seconds are running down here, so we're gonna take a break and we're gonna come back and we are gonna get into guns. We got these guys here. We're gonna get into guns. We're gonna show some awesome guns. Rich has got some behind him. Oh, you got guns. We'll be back in a second. With Arms List, you can shop the extensive list of local and nationwide firearms classified, now with more confidence because of their built-in firewall. For only $6.99 a month for personal use, or $30 a month for business vendors, so when you're in the market, please consider Arms List. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Arms List. And let me just say this, I don't know, I'm not sure. Rod Mills, you don't have a Utreon account, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay, actually, you need to get up on Utreon.
Man,
what's up?
Actually, I feel bad, man. I'm like, what is the name of that thing that Hank is on? I thought it was Nutria. I'm looking for Nutria, and this
I'm not even shocked. I'm not even shocked. You need to get a Utreon account. So BWE Firearms does. And if you guys notice, he's one of the collaborators here on the video. So if anyone gives us any money, a portion of that will go to BWE. That's one of the cool things with Utreon. If you had one, if you had one, Rod Mills, some of that would go to you as well, and you don't have to like get it for me or anything. Because good luck with that. You know,
Okay.
if it was coming to me and you're trying to get it, good luck.
Oh boy.
Yeah, because you have to find me. I'll be in the hood.
Oh boy.
Yeah. 42 Chilled says Nutria is a water rat.
Yeah.
And okay, we're gonna get into some guns. Edward Andrews, who's in the chat, shout out to him. This is looks like that's a nice AK.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got all the badass weaponry right there. So what do you guys have? Who wants to go first? Who's got some guns that they want to share with the world and America out there?
I'm gonna have to.
I'm gonna go to the Hoffman. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the Hoffman because obviously, right now Rod Mills is moonlighting as a gypsy fortune teller. So, you know, he don't want to scare his clients. You know, it's already scary when you see him with the crystal ball or balls. Who knows? However you want to do it.
Crystal balls in that backdrop.
Yeah, you got some awesomeness behind you, Rich. What you got?
I decided to go with the suppressed stuff today.
Nice. Yeah.
Uh,
Oh my lord. Is this? Oh, look at that. The instinct. Oh, the survival instincts are still there. You're still quick. So what are we looking at here? You got to describe it for the people in audio.
Full size Uzi with a red dot top cover. It's a Burris fast fire because I'm a cheap bastard. And one of my custom suppressors for it, which is massive, but it keeps the sound down, nice and quiet, full auto.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean that can is about as long as the Uzi itself, but it looks really badass. What's up?
What happened to that Liberty Arms suppress? What did you put that Liberty suppressor? Oh.
Liberty cans.
Yeah. Richard, which one did you put that Liberty can on that they gave you to?
Oh, cool. Boom. That's the Mystic, right? Is that? Yeah, that's a Mystic, isn't it? Yeah.
The Mystic.
Is it a Mystic?
It was
upside down. That, and I don't have my glasses on.
Mm-hmm.
Liberty cans. Why don't I do it the easy way and look at the box?
Yeah, or put there's this thing called put your glasses on, damn it. I mean, let's not be freaking logical over here. Throw logic out the window right now.
There.
Okay.
There's all the adapters they sent me.
Oh, cool. All right, very nice. Yeah.
A bunch of adapters so I can put it on something.
Yeah, big shout out to David Sailors over at Liberty Suppressors. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
David, I love you.
Right. Okay. Rod Mills. Rod Mills making a pitch right now.
Send me one.
Yeah. Okay. So that's on your MP5, right?
That's on my MP5. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Cool.
It's a semi-auto, but it's got the full auto pack on it.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that MP5 is one of your favorite guns in your collection.
I like it.
Oh, okay. All right.
And you've shot this one, Hank.
Huh?
You've shot this one.
Oh yeah. This is the micro Uzi, right? Oh my gosh, this thing is so sexy.
And it's got a
the suppressor for this is the can for this is twice as long as the micro Uzi.
Yeah.
And it probably sounds amazing.
It does.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
That can is an original Mac M11 can that I've made an adapter to fit on the Uzi, just because it looks so cool and so 80s.
Yeah. Oh, that's so. I don't. You know what? I didn't shoot that with that suppressor on it, did I?
I don't think we shot it with the suppressor on it. The next time I come up, we'll have to make sure I bring that.
Yeah. We have to get together here sometime this summer.
Yeah.
So let me. So we actually just got a, I guess I'll call it a super chat. I mean, because I'm not really sure what it's called, but boom, there. Armin and Axis gave us $7. He says,
Armin
for
Arms.
the Hoff, good to see him, and he is doing okay, and fast reflex save. He has a good Gorn. There you go. That's from the Hoff. For the Hoff. So big thanks to that. That's from Armin and Axis. We appreciate it.
Reflexes weren't all that fast.
Right. Ultra.
But you can't see laying down there
Oh.
that it fell into.
Yeah, they caught it. By the way, Edward Brower, who is the CEO, Rod Mills, of Utreon, says Ultra Chat. It's called Ultra Chat, so there you go. Ultra Chat better than YouTube, says Asper Warrior. And then up there, Brian Quick says, Hank gave me a Liberty Suppressor rod. Guess I'm just cool like that. So there you go.
You know what, Hank? If that's true, you suck.
He won it. He won. So basically, so he won a Liberty Suppressor and a High Point carbine.
So y'all just giving out Liberty suppressors like they're candy, huh? And I just didn't get
Well,
it.
so Dave from Liberty Suppressors gave that to him, and then the other Dave from High Point gave him that carbine. We are just the middle vessels of that
Dave, if
transaction.
you're listening to this broadcast, just know that I'll be your token black friend. You know, give me a suppressor.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna have any shortage of that. But okay, yeah. Listen, one of these days we'll get you on the chat with Dave
Please
from Liberty
do.
when we have him on.
Please do. I'll suck up all 2 hours.
Okay, all right. But look, so there's a what's that? Go ahead, Rich.
I just
Don't say what you were thinking. Don't say it.
the last time I said something like that, John Trump's show got canceled.
Right.
Oh.
DC2 Mega Boost says that Uzi is a beauty. There you go. And Asper Warrior says Dave is such a handsome, kind, beautiful soul. And Brian Quick says, I mean, yeah, Rod, tastes delicious. whatever that's supposed to mean. So listen, you should sign up for Utreon, and Edward Brower is there. So don't you have a YouTube channel for Scorched Earth Firearms?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so I mean, I'm like an evangelist, I guess, for Utreon. If you sign up with Utreon and do Scorched Earth Firearms, they'll pull your videos over from YouTube, and they'll put it on there. But also, you could go live and all that. Or the next time you come on, we could do like if people give ultra chats, which I have to remember that. We'll get that on. So, And Edward Brower, he's the CEO, man, and as you see, he's here in the chat from time to time. Here's what, and also while we've got Edward here, I noticed that there was actually some commercials running on this video on Utreon. There was a commercial playing when I started it up. It was like a Kit Kat commercial or something like that. I would just like to know, is there some profit sharing going on of that? Because that would be awesome.
Yeah, they're sharing the profit with him.
Yeah, just let me know. I'm just curious. Edward Brower says, when you sign up, let me know your username and I'll get you priority imported. That's from the CEO of Utreon, Rod Mills.
Thank you, Edward.
Yeah,
I promise to do that sometime this week.
Here.
Yeah, exactly. Or as you said, Nutria. What did you say? Nutria?
Nutria.
That's what I thought it was.
You know what's
Like,
you know what's
what is he talking about? This Nutria?
Edward Brower says, "Yep." What does he say? He says, "Yep, a mix of new and retro '90s commercials." He says Utreon Plus gets rid of the ads, and 55% of that revenue goes to creators based on views. Oh, so if you sign up for Utreon Plus, which obviously you'd have to pay for, 55% of that goes to creators based on views. So there you go. And Edward Brower says he saw a Golden Eye 64 commercial coming onto this. So are those not like actual commercials? Are they test commercials, or are these actual commercials? That's interesting. I'd like to know. And DC2 Mega Boost has a good question. He says, can Utreon be streamed to your smart TV? Which I think is a good question. And let me say this about the Nutria and all that. So what we've been doing lately, and if you guys go to hankstrange.com and look at the blog that pops up there every day for the podcast, you'll notice that we're putting in a full transcript of the podcast now in there. So I've got some software that takes the podcast and transcribes it, and every single time it makes Utreon into nutrition. So I have to... Yeah, I have to go in there and correct that, you know. So there you go. He says 50% modern commercials, 50% retro, upscaled by AI to 1080p. So I'm not sure. They might be running a test or something like that on that particular thing. So yeah, I would like to know. It would be cool if there was a Utreon app, because when I'm in the house, that's how I watch. That's how I watch TV. So. You know, and you know, we'll move on from that. Let's let me see, what do I have here? So the two of you missed this. Hold on, Rod Mills doesn't have his name up there. Let's make sure that's up there. Okay, you guys missed this yesterday. I built this awesome flamethrower while we were live on air. Look at that. Come on. Do you know? Why are you guys laughing because you're in awe of my amazing building skills?
Dollar Tree flamethrower.
Yeah, that's the ticket.
It's shoulderable. I'll just show you that right now. You can actually
watch out not the I was about to say the NRA, ATF. ATF will be coming after you.
It's fully semi-automatic. Hold on, here we go. That was a misfire there for a second. So I've got that, but also with that, I have the Henry Big Boy Mare's Leg. Check that out. That is a beautiful gun. Oh my gosh,
sweet.
I love this. Henry rifles, man. I really like their stuff, and I actually have a holster for this that was made by Sam Andrews of Andrews Custom Leather. So there you go. And I think I'm trying to remember what this was. Let me see. It is a 45 Colt. So there you go. 45 Colt Mare's Leg. Nothing but awesomeness right there. Nice. The barrel, you know, I probably need to clean that barrel a little bit. But there you go. It's still a really nice gun. So there you go. Shelley Fungus says, "Wow, I love that." Yeah, I think that Henry Rifles makes some really nice guns. They've got all kinds of cool guns out there, engraved, all that kind of stuff. And Shelley Fungus wants to know, Hank, you have the 1,000-man salute rifle too? No, yes, I do have the 1,000-man rifle, which was a Henry
22, right?
Yeah, golden. Yeah, I think it was the Golden Boy 22.
Yeah, and
I have that. And it's engraved for the 1,000-man shoot, and it's the same exact one I shot at the 1,000-man shoot, which was awesome. Yeah. There you go. And Asper Warrior says, you got to rework that flamethrower stock into a Mare's Leg barrel mount. Oh, hold on a second. I think, okay, that's a good idea. Hold on, let's see if we can make that happen. I could probably do that. I could probably do that real easy here while we're on air. Let's see. We'll go like this, right? We'll put it. This is engineering at its finest. American ingenuity. Welcome to American ingenuity. Hold on a second. Let's see. And then also this will double as a ghost ring sight. There you go. And let's see if we could set it off here. You got it. There you go. Fully functional.
Hey, you were very bored, I see.
That was so. Yesterday, I did that in honor of Elon Musk buying Twitter, which I I don't know if you guys remember, but Elon Musk made a flamethrower. You guys don't remember that? Yeah.
I don't remember
Hmm.
what it was, but I remember, you know,
Yeah.
something about him making a flamethrower.
Yeah. I think it was for the Boring Company when they were trying to raise money. The Boring Company is the company they have that's digging tunnels underground. So the last time I was in Las Vegas, they had these tunnels that go between the convention centers.
Hmm.
The Las Vegas Convention Center. It takes you between like the East Wing, South Wing, or whatever it's called, and it's kind of like a hyperloop, and they have Tesla cars come there with drivers and drive everyone through that, so you could check it out. So
Really?
Hmm.
yeah, it was really cool. Walter has a video up of that on Dirtfoot Racing, and I have one up on Stranger Palooza, where we all took a ride on there. So if anyone wants to check that out, it was fun
Hmm.
stuff, man. Elon Musk is doing some cool things out there, you know.
Right,
So
right.
yeah,
Well, do you think since once they get all this stuff out of arbitration or the red tape or whatever, that he's gonna free up Trump on there?
yeah. Let me see. Let me answer. First of all, Cruiseman said American stupidity right there. Thanks,
Okay.
Cruiseman. I'll take it. I don't care. You know that's awesome. Don't hate. Don't hate. Um, so do I think? Well, didn't Trump come out and say that he doesn't? He's not coming back to Twitter.
Okay,
Yeah, he
because he
did.
has that other network.
Yeah, he has
He
Truth Social. Yeah,
Yeah, he'll come back.
I think. Yeah, I hope Trump doesn't really mean that because I hope that they do extend for him to come back and that he does really come back. But I mean, Trump had 80, almost 90 million, and Trump was going to break the 100 million followers on Twitter mark. He was going to do that, and not even, he had more followers than Elon Musk did up until recently on Twitter.
Yeah.
So I would hope that he would do it, you know. But
Well,
if anyone wants to know, I just want to show everyone this real quick. I have all the social medias I could possibly handle, including I do have Truth Social. So there you go, Truth Social.
Hmm.
There is a I'm at Hank Strange on Truth Social. I've got a whole 5 followers on there. I don't know, Richard Hoffman, are you up on the Truth Social yet? Go ahead. And
uh,
plus, you were going to say something.
I think I put in for you know, a thing for it, but I don't know if they ever accepted me.
Yeah, I think what you have to do is actually go back. So I think recently they got their servers, I think, are with Rumble Cloud or something like that. They got so I think they're allowing people on there because I was
Okay.
waiting for them to notify me, but I noticed yesterday I just went on there and it said, okay, it just as soon as I went in, it said just verify all this info. So you need to update the app, I think, is the first part, and then
Okay.
sign into the Truth Social, and then it's probably going to ask you all this info and put you on there. So
Okay. I don't even
um,
know if I have the app. I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. So let's
I can't
see.
believe they let him have an app.
I know.
Yeah, Asper Warrior says if you were invited to a party and everyone could just do whatever they want there, would you want to go to that? That's a quote
Hell
from
yes.
that's a quote from Brian Stelter at CNN. Yeah, that's the answer.
Hmm.
And he says, "I'm not on Truth Social. I'm not sure how I feel about social media called Truth." I listen. I don't know how it's gonna work out, but I went on there. We'll see, and I am posting stuff on there. I'm not really sure how it's gonna work out. You know, we'll really have to see. The jury's out on that one. We're gonna continue this here in a second because I see we've got 8 seconds.
No, we
Uh,
got five,
yeah,
four,
left.
Three,
three,
We'll
two.
be right
one.
back. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of a DAO, or decentralized autonomous organization like TUSC Crypto. TUSC cryptocurrency is a firearm-friendly e-commerce option for online payment transactions, secured on the blockchain. So when you're in the crypto market, please consider TUSC, TUSC. All right, so let's see. We're back here. Um, Are you giving a fortune? Are you giving a reading right now, Rod Mills?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
He's giving me one.
Yeah. What do you think about this? Let's hear from Richard Hoffman on this. What do you think about Twitter? You think, tell us what you think is going to happen there. Good, bad?
I hope good. Um, I really hope that you know that Musk gets in there and turns it around, and at least gets it to where at least we can be on there and not get kicked off and everything else, and hear both sides of the story. Face it, it's a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
And it's just not as much fun with one side as two sides.
Yeah. I'm putting up your BWE firearms. You're at BWE firearms on Twitter. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, hopefully we'll see what comes out of it. Obviously, he's going to be the owner. It's going to probably take, I don't know, might be next week or something like that before we see all that.
Yeah,
work
and I've
itself out.
heard up to 6 months,
Really?
depending,
Okay.
what they want to,
Hmm.
He's giving. I think he announced that he's giving the employees 6 months.
Oh, really? Oh, so he's not just firing everyone.
Yeah, and then
Mhm.
the hammer's going to come down.
Man,
I mean,
that's
what would be the reason for them to have to leave?
uh, you know, um, well, I know they they froze the algorithm because they were afraid that the employees were going to trash the algorithm
Hmm.
and then quit. And so they froze the algorithm. Now nobody can make changes
Yeah, I think that's
unless
a good
it
thing.
has,
Yeah.
VP approval or something. Um,
Yeah.
but you're going to get some of some of the liberals that just well, I'm not going to work for him.
Right. I mean,
Why
the
would you
C the,
take
the
decent
current
paying
CEO
job?
is a very liberal person. I mean, the
Yeah,
the folks over at Twitter, um, this
yeah,
is the
that
reason why.
bastard's gone.
Yeah. Well, is
I
that
really
guy
wish he
gone?
would have
Is
bought
that guy gone
YouTube.
already, or he should
Not
be?
yet, but
Yeah.
Not yet.
he's going.
Yeah, I know that. He said so. Musk said he's firing the board, so the board's
Yeah,
out. And then the CEO needs to go as well, and hopefully Musk can put someone in there. Do you guys think he'll actually bring back the original founder of Twitter, Jack Dorsey?
I
Probably
don't
not,
know. They've
because
been talking.
Because I know Jack Dorsey's been saying very positive things, and I'm sure
Yeah,
right now he's campaigning to come back. I don't know. I don't
yeah,
know if I would want him to come back. I'd want to see. I really want it. I really want it to be a balanced place. Like, not. I think the best chance we have. So like, Truth Social's cool. I'm okay with that, right?
yeah,
But if that's going to be the conservative place to go to, it's a
yeah,
very limited pool, and we're preaching to the choir versus having
yeah.
like a real conversation. Hmm.
I would like Twitter to be, okay, you got the lefties on it and you got the righties on it and you got people in the middle too.
Yeah,
I don't want to see
exactly.
them, oh, well, we're going to get rid of all the lefties now.
Hmm.
That's just stupid. Just,
Yeah, and
it should be,
I think Musk is really in the middle. He's not
yeah.
left or right,
And
really.
he said something,
Hmm.
uh, late afternoon, early evening
Hmm.
about, what he was going to do with it. And it was kind of like, well, as long as it's not illegal,
Hmm.
it's fine. You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
we're not
The
going
big
to
thing.
allow illegal stuff on Twitter.
Yeah, the biggest thing
But
about social media that I've run into is the shadow banning, and
yeah,
that includes on Twitter, right? Like on. So I know, Rod, you were mentioning Instagram at the beginning of this podcast.
hmm
Uh, you know, um, My big problem with Instagram, and I have like 25,000 followers on Instagram. It's very difficult to post a link. I can, there's this thing if people you could do like a story or something. People swipe up and they can go to that link, and that's just a pain in the butt. But also they have shadow banned the living bejeebus out of me on Instagram. Like I could show you the biggest point I had on Instagram. I had a video up on Instagram that got to 175,000 views, and then they shadow banned the living daylights out of me. And it was a video of we were shooting a welded AK with a suppressor on it, full auto, like from a drum mag or something like that. And after that, they just really shadow banned me, and all of that kind of stuff. It's just, it's ridiculous. I'm not the only person that's happening to, and that's happening on Facebook, and it's happened on Twitter and all of that. So I hope that kind of goes away with Twitter, and this becomes like a real place for discourse where you don't have the algorithm getting in the way and controlling whether or not people can see your message. It's really a massive problem for me on YouTube. So you guys went and looked at my YouTube channel, I've got like 119,000 followers over on YouTube, and I'll put up a video and it'll get 500-600 views, or I'm lucky if it goes to 1,000 or 2,000, and that's crazy. Even when I started doing YouTube, it wasn't that bad. Wow. So I'm clearly shadow banned over there because of what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because I think right now I'm getting, on videos that I was doing before Mickey passed away, I think I was getting more views on my videos than you were on yours.
Yeah.
Because I'm not, I don't show up enough where they're really shadow banning me like they do you.
Yeah, I think I can't. Well, you haven't really gotten on their radar.
Right. Yeah, I'm not on their radar yet.
But if you get on their radar, I mean, they did it to Babyface. Babyface actually had a viral video on YouTube. It's I think it's over.
I remember that one.
Yeah, it's over 4 million views. I mean, and what they did to him was crazy. So yeah,
they gave him stripes or something.
Well, so initially the video that he posted, I think it's called "What Does a Silencer Sound Like," and they demonetized that video, but it did really well, and within a short period of time it was 1 million views and then 2 million. But I believe that Patrick was looking at it and thinking, man, maybe I should contest this thing of them demonetizing the video, because he just kept thinking he was losing ad revenue. And so eventually when it hit about 4 million, he put it in, he contested it, and they came back and said, okay, not only are we going to keep this demonetized, but now they didn't say that, but they said we're going to keep it demonetized. But right after that, it's like they red flagged him or something, because right after that, his growth and everything just fell off a cliff. And Patrick his Babyface P was growing really fast up until that point. So, it sucks. I was really disappointed to see that happen, because I've spent time encouraging Patrick to have his own channel and put the work in. I think he's done really good stuff. I think in a lot of ways he has something to offer the folks out there that, like, for example, I don't offer. And to be honest with you, a lot of people can't really do like what he's doing, right? He has his own unique way of coming at things, just like Richard Hoffman does, obviously, from his years of experience, or you do, Rod Mills, from your life. So I hate to see stuff like that happen to people out there, and I can see what that's kind of done to his whole drive to even create things. So I think if they fix it, if they fix Twitter, they'll actually find more people going to Twitter. And Elon Musk is the guy who could do that, man. He could fix it. He could add other things to it. Who knows? He might get video. He could do all kinds of things in there and make it a really dynamic place for people to go to.
I wish he would have bought YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what's YouTube valued at? Does anyone know? I haven't looked.
I mean,
I don't think Google will sell YouTube. Google's the number 1 search engine in the world, and YouTube is the number 2 search engine. Google will never sell that. The amount of data, basically, because what is it? I think it's called the Alphabet Corporation or whatever it is that owns. Shelley Fungus will probably tell us here in a second. He's a stock market guy that owns Google and YouTube. They know everything that everyone's doing. All the stats and all that they have, it's invaluable. Yeah. But that's what people are missing from this purchase by Elon Musk of Twitter. Because now he's got this 200 million and he could build that really big. And so he he has access to that, and he could do stuff with that, as well as the cars that are on the road. So everyone who's driving around a Tesla right now, Tesla has actually a lot of data of traffic patterns, how people are driving, etc. And Tesla is actually selling insurance to Tesla owners because they could see your driving patterns, etc. So if you put this together with what Tesla's doing, what SpaceX is doing, like this Starlink is out there as well, and this, I think it's a good move on his part. So we'll see. Let me go to this because Shelley Fungus wanted me to tell this. He says, Hank, please read my Rod Mills story. It's a keeper, and the way he told it was stage worthy. Do you know what this is, Rod Mills? He says, best Rod Mills story. He has a chick over for the night. She gets up in the morning and drops a grumpy in his toilet. Rod goes in. What is that about?
A grumpy?
Do you know what a grumpy is?
No, what is that?
Big old log.
Yeah, you explain it. You explain it, Rich. Go ahead.
Big old turd in your commode.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. That's what's his name came up with that? Johnny Depp.
With his wife.
Yeah, that's from the trial because he said that.
Okay.
Yeah, she dropped a grumpy on the bed. So what is this story?
Yeah, I'm like, because he thought it was a dog. Feces, and
no, he said he knew it wasn't the dog's.
Or she tried to say it was a dog. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
I'm like, that is nasty.
So can you tell us this story, Rod Mills, or can you not tell us this story?
Go to Johnny Depp, he can tell you.
No. I'm talking about the story that Shelley Fungus says is on your Facebook or someplace.
What?
Yeah.
Who is Shelley Fungus?
Shelley Fungus says best Rod Mills story. He has a chick over for the night. She gets up in the morning and drops a grumpy in his toilet. Rod goes in.
I'm lost.
Oh, okay. So we're back in right now. We're in a Black Twitter situation with Rod Mills. He doesn't even know. Rod doesn't know about this story that you're talking about, Shelley Fungus. So this didn't happen to you.
Who is Shelley Fungus?
Shelley Fungus has been here for a long time and obviously follows you on Facebook, but I don't know. He might follow you under a different name.
I've never heard of that name before.
Oh, he says keep reading. Where was the rest of this story?
Oh, okay. Like, that was an incomplete story or something.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Hey, I'll tell you how bad.
Hold on. He goes on. He says. Rod Mills goes in and Rod Mills. Hold on a second. He says.
So Shelley is a dude.
Yeah, Shelley is a dude.
Okay. I thought Shelley was a woman. Okay.
Yeah. First of all, Rod Mills is thinking some chick is trying to call him out on the internet.
It is a guy. Okay.
It's a dude.
Okay.
Yeah. You're thinking Shelley Thunder. Shelley Thunder, that's a chick. Shelley Fungus. That's it. Shelley Thunder, that's reggae. You ever heard of Shelley Thunder?
Never heard of Shelley Thunder.
Oh, that's a reggae chick. I think, didn't Shelley Thunder do Mom Forget, Coof? You never heard that song? That reggae?
Man, I've heard a million reggae songs. I never heard of that.
You never heard Mom Forget, Coof?
No.
Never heard that. Okay. Yeah, it means it's a song that she said like sometimes a guy has to get knocked upside the head.
Okay, so I'm more like the Steel Pulse and Bob Marley.
Yeah.
Hank, Rod's just not black enough.
I think he's deflecting. Shelley Fungus says, I'm going to go ahead. He says, Rod goes in and sees a skid mark in the bowl. Laugh my LMAO. When he told that story, I died laughing. Where's that from?
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Listen, he don't know.
He was drunk when he told the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said. Has he been hitting the wacky tobacco?
Okay, Shelley Fungus says, Rod, I'm the guy who got in an internet fight with you and texted you to say sorry quite a while ago. There you go.
Oh, well, that's half the people on the internet.
I mean,
yeah, Rod Mills picks fights on a regular basis.
Yeah, I mean, that's a whole lot.
I remember this though. I remember that. That was on this show. And DC,
this show?
Yeah, DC2 Mega Boost says, "Yep, that was Shelley Thunder, classic. That's a classic Shelley Thunder, which obviously I cannot play it here because we don't want to, get a strike or whatever. But yeah, come on, man. You obviously didn't mess around with enough. You didn't mess around with enough. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Was he on under another name or something?
Yes.
Okay, because I've never heard of this Shelley person. What was the other name?
He's not telling us. It's very secret. He's being very secret. Oh, Shelley Fungus says he told it on your show, Hank. I don't remember that story. I don't remember Rod Mills.
Okay, so
I don't remember that Rod Mills story. What the hell? I don't remember that either. If somebody else can corroborate the fact that Rod Mills told this story, let me know.
And you don't remember.
No, I don't.
You know I'm not going to remember.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
I'm just going to screw with you both and say, oh, hell yeah, I remember that story.
You don't.
What's wrong with you two?
Yeah. Look, right there, Shelley Thunder, Koof. So there you go.
Okay,
there's even the
Shelley
lyrics
Thunder
to Koof.
isn't the guy that we're talking about.
No, Shelley Thunder is a female reggae artist. So see, it says to all the man them who cheat pun them woman, I want you to know, say the thunder standing in her door with a frying pan in her hand.
Wait, time out. Is that how it really sounds, or?
Yeah, no, I don't want to get in trouble. I don't. If I do, it's going to be too close.
I don't think you're going to get in too much trouble.
I don't want to get any. I don't want to get a copyright strike of any sort. Thank you very much.
Even if you sing it terribly.
Yeah, here, let me show you a picture of Shelley Thunder right here. I'll show you.
Okay.
Boom, Shelley Thunder. There you go.
Never heard of.
You've never heard of Shelley Thunder?
She looks like Whitney Houston.
She's kind of cute.
In your picture.
Yeah, she's kind of cute in the pictures. I don't remember her looking like that, but I do remember Koof. I remember when COVID started, I was singing that. I was like, Mom, forget, Koof. You don't remember that?
Maybe if I hear it. I'm going to download the actual song to see how it sounds.
Yeah, you've heard it before, I promise you. Even Richard Hoffman in his ganja smoking college days. You remember?
Yeah, baby.
Brian Quick wants to know if she's still alive. I have no idea.
She's old.
Yeah, and DC2 Megaboost says, you don't know you have to come home early? Koof! There you go. That's how you. That's.
Hey, you remember a whole lot of movies and songs.
I grew up with hip hop and reggae, and I love movies. Yeah,
because you bring up stuff like man, I haven't heard since the damn '80s, and you'll bring it up. And I'm like, damn, how the hell does he know about? You know every word.
First of all, I'm from the Caribbean. That's why.
Well, I mean, yeah, but no, you know.
I am Guyanese.
You know all these raps.
Wait, was that a Guyanese chick that dropped a grumpy in your toilet and left skid marks?
Hey, you the only person I know from Guyana.
Don't lie. Do not lie, Rod Mills.
I just thought of Hank dressed up in a dress in Rod.
Oh God,
Mills.
Get that out your mind. Get that out of your mind.
Hey, you're the only person that I know from.
The Who Moved My Freedom podcast is made possible by our partners at 2A Commerce. Veteran-owned and with over 20 years experience, 2A Commerce is the leader in custom e-commerce and web application development in the shooting sports industry. Clients include major brands such as Guard Dog Body Armor, Sylvan Arms, AccuFire Technologies, The Tactical Games, Warrior Knife Company, and yours truly, Hank Strange. Visit 2A Commerce and support this show by supporting them. Once again, visit the number 2acommerce.com. Yeah, so what were you saying before?
I was going to say, you're the only person that I know from Guyana.
You are lying, so-and-so.
Who else do I know from Guyana?
I'm pretty sure you know plenty of Guyanese, Trinidadian. Don't make me call you out your name, Rob Mills.
No, I know a lot of people from Trinidad and Tobago, but I don't know anybody but you from Guyana.
Really?
Yes.
Hey,
okay.
My neighbors are from Trinidad.
Right. Okay.
White,
okay.
but you know.
Right. Oh, there's white people in the Caribbean.
In Guyana?
In Guyana, there's white people. There's Chinese, Asian people. Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
No.
Your neighbors from Trinidad, do they talk with an accent? I'm sure they do.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, heavy
They've
accent.
been here forever, but yeah, they still talk with an accent.
Yeah. So
Hank, are you from Guyana? What didn't we were talking about Guyana? Is 2 Guyanas or something, or 3 of them?
There's French Guyana, which is Suriname.
Oh yeah.
And
that's
then there's British. Okay. There's what used to be known as British Guyana, which is just Guyana. That's where I was born. Yeah, my parents were born British citizens, and then in the 70s they gave that up.
The British. So Guyana was conquered by French and British.
There's a part of South America called Suriname or French Guyana, which might have like split off a little bit or something like that. And the French took that. I can't remember exactly. I have to go back and check the history on it. But the bigger country would be Guyana, which was a colony of the British of the UK, and it stayed a colony all the way up till the I think late 60s or something like that. So my parents that were born right after World War II, they were born British citizens.
They kicked y'all out and they sent y'all over to England. Or something like that. No. You saying something like that.
Well, what happened was England convinced a lot of its former colonies to claim their sovereignty. I always have that discussion when we talk about like Puerto Rico. You know, like Puerto Rico wants to claim sovereignty from America, and I always think that's a bad idea. I mean, it might be a good idea for America, but Puerto Ricans are going to suffer when that happens.
Oh
hell yeah!
So it's the same.
Die shortly.
Yeah, the same thing. And Puerto Rico is a beautiful place from what I see. I've not been there, but I know I don't think that's the best thing to happen to Puerto Rico. I don't know that I would agree that I want Puerto Rico to be a state either, but
they get way too much aid from the U.S.
Yeah, I mean maybe they might as well be a state or something like that, and I don't know. That's a whole other thing for those folks to figure out. But I think it was a mistake for Guyanese people to do that. But what happened with my family is that my parents were born British citizens. They were born British citizens. And then Guyana as a country got together and voted to become a sovereign nation shortly before I was born. And then my parents, we all went to England, and my father got a master's degree in metallurgical engineering from Brunel in London, which is one of on this planet, Brunel is one of the best engineering schools on the face of this planet.
And that's in America?
No, it's in London, Brunel. It's in England.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What was it? What was the name of the guy? Charles Brunel or something like that. It was very famous.
Charles Brunel.
Yeah. So my dad went there and got a master's degree in metallurgical engineering, but he didn't want to go back to Guyana. He didn't want us to go back. And the British said, no, you have to get the hell out. Even though, like, my sister was born there and she was born a British citizen. And they said, well, you all have to leave and get out of the country. and you can leave your daughter and we'll put her in an orphanage, but you have to go. And they said this to people who were born British citizens.
Wow.
You know, so that's how we wound up going to. My parents did not want to go back to Guyana, and that's how we wound up going from England over to Nigeria, because at that time, and still now, Nigeria provides about 20% of the oil that America consumes. So it was very easy for people from Nigeria to travel back and forth to America. So my parents couldn't get to live in England, and my dad was like, okay, I'm going to go teach in Nigeria. That's what he did. He was a professor there at Polytechnic University in Kaduna, which is part of Nigeria, and it's in the northern part of Nigeria. And we did that for several years, and we used to come back and forward to America, and then eventually we just came here and stayed. So
You just went to Mexico and came across the border.
no, we came. We had visas. We came in through JFK.
Oh, come on, Hank.
And overstayed that damn visa.
Very interesting. Yeah, we came in. We flew over.
Oh,
to
I
Mexico.
have an uncle. I have an uncle from Guyana that he tried to get into America many times, like 20 times, and they would always catch him and deport him. So he came in on a plane, they caught him, deported him. He came in on a cruise ship, he jumped off the cruise ship, they got him. He came over the border.
Remind me to never try to enter a country with that uncle.
Yeah. So.
He should come
But y'all
across
like,
the Mexican
damn, he got
border
caught
now.
again?
Yeah. So he was no joke. So. But he eventually got all this stuff worked out.
Oh,
They finally
They
just said,
felt
"Oh,
sorry
fuck it,
for
just
him.
let him in."
Yeah. Yeah.
they're like, come on, man, come on in. We
Spend a lot
got
of
you.
money if we just let him in, and we don't have to chase him anymore.
Yeah, listen, you think it was easy like it is under Biden back in the days to get
Yeah.
into America? No, man. It's gotten easier. To get into America. I mean, now you could get an app, and when you're crossing the border, you could just register yourself, and the Biden administration will just go, okay, you're good. Come on.
Yeah, they pick you up and fly you to, whatever
And
city
if
you
you
want
got
to go to.
COVID, they'll fly you, across the United States.
Yeah, yeah. So DC2 Megaboo says my mom went from the British West Indies to live in England before coming to the States, which a lot of people did that. And Shelley Fungus says, here we go. Alphabet owns Google, YouTube, etc. 257 billion in revenue in 2021. So
How much is Elon Musk worth?
Oh, God.
he's the richest man on the planet. Is he? I think he's at $1 trillion or something, right? I'm sure.
Oh, okay. So that little 44 billion was nothing to him. That's like $44 to us, huh?
Well, they forced him to do profit sharing, and I think so. In other words, he had to sell some of his Tesla stock, and I think he raised about 12 billion out of that. And so from his side, the money that he's paying for that thing, I think he's paying like 20 something billion. That's like money he's putting up, and then the other half of that $44 billion he got loans. I mean, it's just how you do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
he's good for his loans.
yeah.
If he's damn near worth $1 trillion.
Yeah, Tesla stock is very close to 1,000. I think it ducked just under $1,000 a share. So just consider that.
Damn. And it hasn't flipped over.
It hasn't crashed, but there's a lot of people that have tried to do that.
Shelley Fungus
Yeah,
said 300 billion. I heard last.
300 billion. That's no, I don't think that would. No, he's the richest man. I think the richest man has way more than 300 billion. But I mean that could be right. I don't know.
That's a crap load of money.
Yeah, is Elon Musk the richest man in America or the richest man in the world?
In the world.
All I want is a Liberty Mystic suppressor. That's all I want. and you'll never hear from me again. I'll be
Sure. Right.
Shelley wants another one.
Yeah, exactly. He's like,
Hey,
listen, if you don't want to hear from me, I need another one.
Patrick said that you can put that sucker on anything, so you'll never hear from me again. I'll keep it clean, I promise.
Yeah, this Mystic, they say you can put on damn near anything.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Mystic, so it doesn't have universal threads. You know, there's a universal suppressor
Yeah.
thread pitch. The Mystic doesn't have it, but Liberty has adapters for the Mystic that will give it that universal thread. So I think probably you have those adapters, right, Rich?
I don't have the universal adapter. I've got the Mystic adapters for the
Okay.
Uzi, the MP5,
Okay.
pistol, half 28 standard, and I think 5/8 24 is what I got.
Yeah. It's not. Let me see. I'm trying to look up exactly how much it is. Liberty
It's
Mystic.
not bad. It's it's cheaper than most everybody else's.
Yeah, it's a pretty reasonable price. I just don't want to misquote it. Um, so it's not really that. It's not really that expensive, believe it or not. You know, and Liberty has a bunch of different adapters for that Mystic. It could do a lot of cool stuff. So
Yeah, you can put it on all kinds of stuff.
yeah, I'm trying to pull it up, but my internet here is not.
Yeah, Babyface P said it. He was the one that suggested it.
Oh, is he texting you or something right now?
No. This was a couple of years ago. He suggested it.
Oh, okay. All right. Um. Yes, I think I heard of Liberty suppressors from Babyface P. Yes, he's the first one of us that had a Liberty suppressor, and now a lot more of us do. So let's see here. I'm just trying to see if I'm missing something. But now you've got Richard Hoffman on here. Here we go. Oh, here's the Liberty. There you go. Here's the Liberty. Here you go. You can change a whole bunch of things. It's not bad. It's like 500. Well, no, that's the upgrade. I'm trying to find the right exact. That's the upgrade of it.
Yeah, it was somewhere between 5 and 6, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, listen. Richard Hoffman makes his own cans. Do you sell cans to people?
No,
Or they...
I can't compete with everybody.
Mhm.
There's the Mystic apart.
Yeah, look at that. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Stainless core. So it's a little heavier than some of the others. Titanium tube.
Yeah.
But it'll last forever, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Liberty has some good stuff, man. My favorite thing from Liberty suppressors is they have something called the Leonidas Upgrade. So basically, you can build your lower for the gun, and you can send the parts to them for the upper, and they will build a integrally suppressed 300 blackout upper for you, or you could buy it from them. And so I built a 300 blackout integrally suppressed gun with Liberty, and it's freaking awesome. And then I also did what I think it's called is it the Zulu Upgrade, which is the 5.56 integrally suppressed. And I built that on the What Would Stoner Do? Barnauls and KE Arms did the What Would Stoner Do? I'm actually working on a video that Walter and I did with that, which I'm working on it. I was working on it today, so I'm gonna get it up here. Probably in the next few days, that'll be up on my channel.
How quiet is that 300 blackout?
It's nice.
Support?
It's nice. Yeah. It's nice. I keep that right at the bed.
Really?
With a couple of magazines.
Man, I bet you love it.
Something goes bump in the middle of the night, I'm coming out that 300 blackout. I don't have to put on any.
And there's the Liberty on the Uzi.
Wow. Nice. That is nice.
What were you?
Hank, it's time for you now to get you some nods, man.
Right now I am getting deep into ham radio. So yeah, I've gotten my ham radio technician's license, and at some point I'll probably myself and Lola got that, and we'll probably upgrade to general. But I'm doing the ham radio thing, and I've put some money into that. So I'll be sharing some stuff with folks on that aspect. But that's like a communication thing, you know.
No. When I said Nas, I meant like night vision.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, because I'm into the ham radio side of it.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah.
I'm not spending that money on the night vision or that stuff right now. So, but I will here at some point.
Yeah.
And I think time's not necessarily working again. See, so Rich is going through different configurations here.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah.
So that's like the Swiss Army knife of suppressors.
Yeah. And listen, if you buy one, man, you know, it could go through my FFL.
Oh yeah.
You could come visit it, you know. Or if, you know, for some reason, if maybe you win the next one that we give away, but I'm gonna disqualify you though.
Don't do that.
Rod, you don't worry.
If you've been on the show, you get disqualified.
No.
Whoever's on the show, you know, the people have to win the stuff, man. I can't go, okay, and you know what? The winner is Rod Mills. Everyone will go ballistic out there. They go, oh yeah, we know what happened.
Hey, but I will be happy though.
Okay. You don't have to see those people.
Well, you don't have to see them either.
Yeah,
I have to see them. Oh, trust me.
They will be happy through my enjoyment.
Yeah. Aspen Warrior says Rod Mills, he doesn't need nods. He can use echolocation with his radios. Shout out to Miss K. I see Miss K out there. And DCG44 says something goes bump, gun go thump. And Shelley Fungus says, Hank, I'm going to locate that Rod Mills show. It's worth the time. Hall of Fame worthy. The way he told the story. I can't remember that story. So if you figure out which episode that was on and let us know, I'll make it into a snippet if it's not already a snippet. I don't know. It's been tough to do snippets. But I remember Shelley Fungus. He says he cannot remember what his name was, but I remember you being on the show and you got into
Why did he change his name?
I don't know.
Because you got into it with him. He got scared.
No, because Utreon is a completely different thing. But I remember you getting into a big fight with someone on one of the shows, and you guys were going at it in the chat. And then at the end of it, he, I think, called me and apologized, and then you were like, oh, you know, I'm sorry we got into all of that. You don't remember that? Like a big fracas was going on?
I remember doing that with about 10 or 15 people.
Yeah.
That was me.
Oh, that was you?
When I called you to apologize, I'm like, fuck that Rod Mills. And then I called Rod Mills and I said, I'm sorry.
You sure he's not getting me confused with Kevin Dixie?
Oh my God. Yeah, there's been lots of different fights with different people on here, but I know
now you all look the same.
right. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how you get in trouble. Richard Hoffman's feeling dangerous.
Hey, for about a year, I thought
we all
Hoffman was Richard Monder.
Right. What was that?
For about a year, I thought Richard Hoffman was Richard Monder.
Oh my God.
I got the two confused.
Yeah, never get the two dicks mixed up. You got Crazy Dick and then Crazy Old Dick.
Yeah. Which one?
Yeah. I mean, you know. I don't know how you would mix up Flying Rich and Richard Hoffman.
Oh, damn. Know. And there's another Rich. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
The Richard. So it's three Richards then.
Who's the other Rich? Who the hell is
the British Richard?
The what
Richard?
Oh, right. Richard. Oh, yeah, British Richard. What the hell? Yeah, you know what? What is up with Monder?
What are you thinking, Hank?
Yeah, I totally forgot about Monder. Where is that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, the last time I spoke to... I know he emails me from time to time from England.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he was trying to get over here, but with all the restrictions, he couldn't... He hasn't...
I don't think he can get over here to...
Yeah, there's three dicks. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
There's Brett Dick, Crazy Dick, and crazy old... I don't know what we'd call Hoffman, really. Hoff Dick. We'll call him Dick Hoff. Dick Hoff.
Dick. I'm Crazy Dick.
Yeah.
Flying Rich is
Yeah.
crashing dick.
Flying. Yeah.
Oh,
Crashing
yeah.
dick or flying dick.
How many planes did he crash?
However you want to put it. 2.
Two
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically all the planes he's had.
in a car.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. You don't
remind me
want to.
never to fly with Richard.
Richard Maunder drove somewhere with Flying Rich, and he
Oh,
came
God.
back. I remember that day he came back and he was like, "Dude, I'm never gonna let that guy drive me anywhere." It was scary. He thought he was gonna die. He was like, "How could you let that happen to me?" I was like, I didn't know he was that crazy. He doesn't act that
now
crazy.
it has that damn autonomous car thing.
Yeah, he's nuts.
A Tesla or something,
Yeah.
and it drives itself.
Yeah, we're taking a quick break here. We'll be right back.
In 2, 1.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of manufacturers like Safety Harbor Firearms. SHF is a quintessential family-owned small business, totally representative of the American dream. Safety Harbor Firearms is a Florida-based manufacturer of the compact entry stock and the SHTF 50 upper for an AR-15 lower. Also, SHF happily delivers on your Sten gun parts needs. So don't forget to check out stenparts.com and safetyharborfirearms.com. All right, so let's see here. We got a couple of things in here. Asper Warrior says don't cross the dicks. It's kind of hard. It's kind of, hard with all these dicks that are floating around.
Trust me,
Crashing.
we won't touch each other.
Right.
We'll all be like, ew, 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 ew.
Sure, that's not what I heard. Cruise Man says I was on Krupp's show with Maunder a couple weeks ago. Okay, cool. Yeah, Maunder is probably in England working really hard, man, trying to find his way over here. We gotta find like a American chick or something like that for Maunder. You know.
Good luck.
Yeah, I know. It's tough. It's tough out here these days.
For me.
Yeah. And Shelley Fungus is saying, did you guys see the Tesla that auto crashed into a $3 million parked jet? No, I didn't see that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Yeah, that jet needs to have its own.
Rich must have been in the car.
Yeah, accident avoidance. Okay, listen, we have burned through a lot of time already. We've burned through a lot of time here already. Here's what I'm gonna do, because I know that Rod Mills has more fortune telling to get done. He's got to go back to his. I can't help it, Rod Mills. I got to get my have my fun here.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna let you guys tell these folks out there, how they can support you guys, where they can find you, etc. We'll start with Richard Hoffman. Rich, tell the folks how can they do that.
Just send me money. That's all you got to do. Don't worry about anything. Just send me lots of cash, big bags of cash.
Okay.
The mailman will take his cut, and we're good. So, but you can find me at BWEfirearms.com. You can find me on all the social media sites at whatever they make me use in BWE Firearms.
Absolutely, yes. And it's good to see you back on here, man. And I know
I will be starting to post more stuff. I've been out of it since Mickey passed away, and I'm finally starting to get back into things.
Yeah, good to see you here, man. I know that was a pretty terrible thing that you had to go through. Yeah, absolutely. And let's switch over and go to our friend Rod Mills. Always fun to have both of you guys on. Rod, what do the folks out there need to do?
You can find me at scorchearthfirearmstraining.com. You can Google me. It'll all definitely come up. I'm on all of the social media platforms, Facebook, mostly Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. So just put in Scorched Earth Firearms Training. You can Google it. It'll come up. It'll bring all other platforms up as well.
Yeah. I hope you don't have to answer any questions about the skid marks situation.
Hell, I don't even know what the heck he's talking about.
I don't. Seriously, all kidding aside, I don't know. I do not remember that story. I do not
Neither
remember
do
that
I.
story. But it was fun seeing both of you guys. You know,
Thank you for having us.
yeah, absolutely. You guys are welcome. You always make it a fun show. Same to the folks out there. I am gonna run in the end. When we come back, who wants to drop the words of wisdom?
Go ahead,
Rod.
BW.
Okay, so Richard Hoffman's gonna do it. This should be good.
All right.
I'm gonna run in the end here, and we will be back here in a second. All right, guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us here. It's definitely a fun show. Don't forget, we do rip the audio out of this and throw it up on iTunes and all your favorite places to listen to audio podcasts from. We are part of the Firearms Radio Network, so there's a lot of folks joining us listening to that. Thanks to everyone. There's folks out there saying it was a great show. We appreciate you guys saying that, and I would agree it was a great, fun show. Richard Hoffman, words of wisdom, sir.
Words of wisdom. Do not wait to tell people you love them, and do not wait to do things because you don't know if they're going to be there in 5 minutes or not.
Amen. Amen. All right. Thanks so much. You guys stay right there. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll be back. I'm not exactly sure who's coming on tomorrow, but I'm sure it'll be a fun show. Let me press the buttons and get us out of here. And let's do this. Let's make sure we do this right. Here we go. And hit it.